The second the second artifact I chose is my electronic book project for CNT 840. This class gave me the confidence to write a book, which is something I've always wanted to do. The course titled Emergent Literacy and Beginning Reading. The focus of this class or this course was the skills needed for readers in this stage. Skills like fluency, vocabulary development, comprehension skills, and many more. In the process of developing my electronic book, I took these strategies to heart. I aimed to write a book at a first grade level, but wanted a kindergartner who excels to be able to read it, and a lower second grader to enjoy. I wanted my book to have a similar syllable pattern and repeat, but not every page. Mostly, I wanted them to have a chance to use the glossary. The book allows the reader the opportunity to expand their vocabulary by pronouncing words for them. Taking assessment into account, I used the helpers in the book to stop and ask questions about the book as they were reading. Closing out this assignment, I also attached the final paper of this book where attached are the first grade standards to go along with it. I also attached the skills used like vocabulary development, fluency, sight word identification, and reading level. So this would be my book, and here are the different ways that you can use it. I think I need it over here. Let's get over here. It promotes fluency because it will actually read the book to you. So how can a police officer help? So you can push play. And I can push play, and it says, and it reads it to the student. Isn't it doing it? Well, it's probably not going to because I'm on here. So it will read it to you. And then as you go throughout the book, if you'll notice that it's kind of a little repetitive, it asks you a question, and then the questions actually engage you and are aimed to get you to think what did you ask them to help you with? How can police officers help children? Like, what are some ways? So it's meant to get your engagement. Through this, you have little helpers. In this case, my friend Monty right here, he will help you pronounce, or he actually gives you a chance to think about a question. So Monty is my questioner. He will ask you a question, and then he gives you an opportunity to answer. So it says, take a minute to think about the ways police officers help you. So I use the helpers in that. As you go through the book, you'll find other helpers, and these helpers will pronounce words for you. If you get lost, what would you do? Or have you ever been lost before? It gets you to make a connection. It wants you to make that connection so that you can talk about it. You can also talk about it with your parents too. And then throughout the next page, you have 2 words in bold. So Monty will ask you a question, but then Bot, what they do is they actually pronounce the words for you. So actually, I think Monty pronounces danger, and Bot will pronounce protect. And then there's an actual link that will take you to the glossary for this one. It'll translate it to Spanish. But there's a link in the glossary at the end of the book as well that defines each word. I also aimed it to be multicultural. In my district, there's a lot of police distrust. So I tried to use multicultural students of different ethnicity and skin color to build that into them and to add in that multicultural effect. And then through my write-up, what I did was I went ahead and I put the standards that this book specifically addressed. So this this book specifically addressed the first grade standard, determined the connection between text to text ideas, including similarities, differences in fiction and nonfiction, reading independently for multiple purposes. So they can read to entertain and they can read to inform themselves. Read, infer, and draw conclusions to identify the main idea. So what is this book all about? What are the details? Develop phonics in the reading process, decoding words, letter sounds, and then read appropriate text with fluency. So the reading to them will help them develop the fluency that they need to read the whole book fluently. How do I stop this? I don't want it to record. I want to